This is Optimal Living Daily Relationships, episode 43. How to Make a True Friend Worth More Than 14.6 Cents, Part 2, by Mary Jaksch of GoodLifeZen.com. And I'm Joss Marie, bringing you all things relationships. Thanks for joining me here, where I narrate some of the best relationship blogs to you for free. We cover everything from family and parenting to breakups and dealing with toxic friendships. If you have any recommendations for blog posts or authors you'd like me to narrate, please let us know. Just come by oldpodcast.com to contact us, or you can simply join our Facebook group. Today I have a post from Mary Jaksch of GoodLifeZen.com. This is actually the second part of this post, so make sure and check out yesterday's post to hear part 1 if you haven't already. And with that, let's get right down to it and continue optimizing your life. How to Make a True Friend Worth More Than 14.6 Cents, Part 2, by Mary Jaksch of GoodLifeZen.com. Number 3. Delight at success and share joy. Quote, anybody can sympathize with the sufferings of a friend, but it requires a very fine nature to sympathize with a friend's success. Oscar Wilde. One of the greatest compliments I've received was when a friend told me, "You're the only person with whom I can share my success without reservation. I can tell you all about how well I did and know that you'll celebrate with me." Number 4. Always encourage. Quote, when we seek to discover the best in others, we somehow bring out the best in ourselves. William Arthur Ward. We can often spot a friend's potential better than they can. Our task as a friend is to encourage. Yes, I know I wrote that 3 times. So often, talent withers because there is nobody to encourage it. Let your friends know how wonderful they are again and again. Number 5. Be respectful. In our society, respect is linked to hierarchy. You are expected to be respectful to those above you, but nobody cares if you treat those you consider below you with familiarity or even disdain. Well, that doesn't work for making friends. How about treating everyone with respect? I'm always saddened when children and young adults are treated disrespectfully, even though being young is a passing human condition and children can grow into lifelong friends. If you want to be friends with a child or an adolescent, listen to what they have to say. Be interested in what they do. Treat them like the interesting human beings they are. Number 6. Be honest. Quote, a true friend stabs you in the front. Oscar Wilde. I love this saying by Oscar Wilde. As a good friend, it's our duty to lovingly and patiently tell the other if we think he or she is doing something wrong. If a friend does that to you and you feel defensive, ask yourself, what is the grain of truth in what they've said? Number 7. Listen. Quote, friends listen to what you say. Best friends listen to what you don't say. Anonymous. Listening to a friend is what deepens friendship. I know it's difficult at times because you may be preoccupied at the time or feel the pressure of concerns you want to get off your chest. Here's a remedy. As well as listening to your friend, open to other sounds around you, the roar of traffic, the twitter of birds, or the splish of raindrops falling against the window. This keeps you in the present moment. Number 8. Repair rifts. Quote, it is easier to forgive an enemy than to forgive a friend. William Blake. Do you sometimes mourn a good friend whom you've lost through a quarrel? That's what the quote by Blake is about. When we love, and friendship is a form of love, we open our heart to sorrow as well as to joy. Make sure you reach out and let the other person know that you still want to be friends. Do it sooner than later. Sometimes we feel betrayed or ill-used by a friend. That's a difficult situation. What I try to do in those moments is to remind myself about all the good aspects of that friendship so that I can move towards forgiveness. Number 9, be trustworthy. If you want to create lasting friendships, you need to be trustworthy. Really, that goes without saying. But it's good to remind ourselves of this over and over. To be trustworthy means to keep confidences, not to denigrate a friend behind his or her back, to keep promises, to protect our friends instead of taking advantage of them. Number 10, accept despair. Quote, "The friend who can be silent with us in a moment of despair or confusion, who can stay with us in an hour of grief and bereavement, who can tolerate not knowing, not curing, not healing, and face with us the reality of our powerlessness, that is a friend who cares." Henry Nouwen. At times there's absolutely nothing we can do to help a friend, and we feel helpless. We can't see a way forward and despair because there seems nothing we can do to help. But actually there is. We can give the most precious gift of all, our full presence. Hold your friend's hand, listen to their despair, or, if you are a distance, hold them in your heart with loving thoughts. Conclusion. To be a good friend is a skill that grows with practice. I hope the 10 rules above help you to become a good friend, or remind you of some important aspects of friendship. Most of all, let each friendship light up your life in a unique way. What is the value of a true friend? 14.6 cents or priceless? You just listened to part 2 of the post titled, "How to Make a True Friend Worth More Than 14.6 Cents by Mary Jaksch of GoodLifeZen.com. Thanks again for listening, everyone, and please don't hesitate to send us any ideas for blogs or authors you'd like to hear me narrate to for free. As long as it covers anything in the realm of relationships, we'd love to hear your suggestions. Just swing by oldpodcast.com or join our Facebook group to contact us. Thanks again, and that's all for today's episode. Have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you again tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.
Hello, Life Optimizer. This is Justin Malik, creator and producer of this podcast, but also Optimal Living Daily, the show where I read to you from even more blogs covering finance, productivity, minimalism, personal development, and more from incredible bloggers like Derek Sivers, Zen Habits, Mark and Angel, The Minimalists, and all the ones you hear on this show too. So if you enjoyed today's episode and like taking amazing blogs on the go, come on over to Optimal Living Daily and subscribe to that one too. And together, we'll start optimizing your life.
You've been listening to Optimal Living Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode, and head to oldpodcast.com. That's OLDpodcast.com for a free gift, as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.